Okay, so let's just go over your word tube activity for the word desideratum.
Desideratum, okay.
It's a new word. Okay, so what was the definition that you wrote in the first box here?
The definition that I wrote, I found it online. I just put something desired as essential.
Okay, good. So that kind of goes with the other two vocabulary words that you knew, essential and necessary.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, and then for the parts of speech, what part of speech would you say the word is used as? Would you say it's a noun, a verb?
I would say it's a noun.
Okay,
that's
good.
What it looked like online.
Yeah,
too,
that's when you use it in a sentence.
Yes.
You can kind of see that. Good. All right, and then for the Latin, let's see. This box is for the roots and affixes. So did you see any roots in the word, like Latin traces? When you looked online, what did you find? The word relates to what?
They're like in the beginning. It says desideratum, just so desire.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah, that's what I found too. And there wasn't much else. Okay, and then your paraphrase definition of the word?
I wrote down for me to remember. So a want or a need.
Okay.
I would have.
And then how did you use it? I like your sentence. Can you read it?
My ideal desideratum prom dress would be blue and green with rhinestones.
That sounds nice. And I like the picture that you drew with it too.
Yeah.
It's cute. Okay.
I like to draw.
You're a good drawer. You're a very good artist. Okay, so did you like doing that word tube activity?
Yeah,
that's like
fun.
Something different to learn your vocabulary words. Okay, so let's keep this because we're going to use that in your writing. We're going to try and fit that word desideratum into your writing. Okay, so let's move into writing. So in your English classes, are you still working on the narrative writing?
Yes.
Okay. And I think you said you're probably going to work on that for the whole marking period. So
yeah.
So we'll just keep practicing with that.
Okay.
So before we get into what you're going to be writing today, I want to just quickly go over the writing model that your teacher has for you. They have the topic paragraph, the supporting paragraphs, and then the conclusion. Okay. Are you confused with any of those paragraph setups? Like, are you having trouble with any of them?
I think I'm just having trouble writing the topic paragraph. I'm not really sure.
And then, like, you have to write, like, a topic sentence, too, in there.
Right.
To kind of, like, hook their interest.
Yeah, and I don't know if I have to make it, like, a summary or something. Right. So
I always struggled with that, too. Okay, we can definitely work on that today. That's perfect. Okay, so we will focus just on the topic paragraph for today, and then for our next lessons, we can go into the other parts.
Okay.
And then you could bring this writing to your teacher and see if that's something that she feels like, that matches what she assigns for you. Okay, so back to that video that I showed you in the beginning. Your narrative writing essay today is going to be, you can save one object from your house before it burns down. So kind of like relating back to that, like the squirrel in the video, like
acorn.
He saved his acorn, exactly. Yeah. So what would you save and what makes that object so important to you? So this graphic organizer here, in the middle, you're just going to write what that object is, and then we could talk about the reasons why you chose that object.
Okay.
So we could brainstorm together for a minute. So, and also when we do our writing workshop process, the first step is pre-writing. Mm-hmm. So right now we can just discuss. You can jot your ideas down. We don't have to do any formal writing yet. So what are you thinking?
Well, I think guess my iPad.
Okay.
Because I use it for everything. I even write on it.
Do you do some of your like artwork on there too?
Yeah, I'm able to draw.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what else do you do? Do you read on your iPad?
I do read. I prefer reading on my iPad than actual books.
Oh, really?
Actually, yeah. And
you can look up your vocabulary words on there too.
That's true.
So that's always good.
To get the dictionary app.
Okay, so I heard a couple reasons why you would save your iPad. So you can go ahead and write iPad in the middle here.
Okay.
And then the one thing I heard you say was you use it for your art. Mm-hmm. You use it for your pleasure, like reading. Mm-hmm. But what else can you, like what other reasons would you have for picking that one object? Like think about the squirrel in the video. Like he needed that acorn, like kind of to survive in a way.
I feel like it's my just general information
Okay.
source.
Would you say
It
it's
keeps
essential?
me connected. It is essential
Yeah.
for me. My parents probably would argue otherwise.
But like, what other things are on there that you feel like are essential, like that you need? Like, I know your information, but be more specific. Like,
I guess like I said, my art's on there. So when I draw, that's my
so like
drawing
photos
source.
almost.
I have pictures. It keeps me connected with my friends.
So you also can text on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a good reason.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely write that one down. Okay. All right. I'm trying to think of like what other reasons you could. I mean, those are really good, solid points. We could definitely stick with those three.
Yeah, I listen to music. I just do everything on
Okay.
it, really.
Perfect. All right, so let's stick with these three. So we can get into now. Let me see how much time we have. Okay, we have time. So, okay, so we're going to pick 3 reasons that you're going to include in your essay. Because if you pick too many reasons, your essay will take forever.
Right.
So you kind of want to stick to concise things.
Okay.
And that's for all your writing too. Like you can always think of that because like, and I even struggle with that sometimes. If you try to write too much, you'll be overwhelmed and
Right.
It'll just
all over the place.
take you down a rabbit hole you don't want to go down. So, so the 3 reasons that you chose, you want to do definitely one as your artwork, one as your, your general information.
Yeah.
And the thing is about that is you can include all those other little reasons within that one reason. So like, for example, like your artwork, that can go into like your pictures and like you actually doing the artwork and like things like that. And then same with your general information that can go with your contacts, so we could just make that into something. Okay, good. All right. So let's start with this topic paragraph. So your topic paragraph, the purpose is to state your main idea. So you kind of want to reword the essay question and you want to spark the reader's interest. So you want to make them interested to keep reading, to find out more, like why are you picking that object? So let's start with the topic sentence because I think once you have that, then you can really like write your own flair on it.
Okay.
So the question was, you can save one object before your house burns down. What is it? What makes that object important to you? So how do you think we could restate that in your own writing?
I guess for the first sentence, I could say an object that is important to me that I don't know.
Yeah, well, good. Yeah, you're on the right track. I think we could also throw in the prompt, like if my house was burning down,
I would be sure to grab. If I can only grab one item, I would grab my iPad since that's essential to my life.
Right, perfect. And I like how we're just brainstorming right now because that's the part of the writing process. And then when we reread it later and you're like, oh, this is too wordy, we can take stuff out. Exactly. Okay. So yeah, just go ahead, write that down. That's perfect. Okay, good. And then in your English classes, like, do you guys go over like a lot of grammar stuff or not really? Like, she spends more time on like.
I feel like we don't really do too much.
Yeah. Okay.
At this point.
Right here, I would put a comma.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely add a comma there. Just anytime when you're writing, if you feel like you pause, like when you're talking, I would just put a comma because it's better to be safe than sorry. So I feel like that's the one punctuation that like everyone forgets.
Okay.
Okay, good. All right. So now we can go into, so you chose the iPad. Mm-hmm. And now your topic sentence is going to say those 3 reasons. And that's what your supporting paragraphs are going to go off of. Those 3 supporting paragraphs are going to go off that topic sentence. So you said, I would be sure to save my iPad. So what are your 3 reasons?
Information, drawing, and I guess the other really important one would be the social connect.
Okay, good. So let's make that into a sentence. So we could say the reason I chose this item is because
is because it keeps me connected with friends.
Yeah, like keep it just short like that. Like keeps me connected.
Okay, keeps me connected. Keeps my artwork.
Okay, and we could change that word because you don't want to say keeps,
right.
but we'll change that. We'll change that later. Just
okay.
write that down. Keeps your artwork. Okay.
And I can research general information.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, write that down. And that's again, I know I keep saying it, but that's a good thing about the drafting process because we'll go back and fix all this. This is just your ideas. And sometimes if you don't write something down the second you're thinking of it, it goes right out. So I just always write it down. Okay, perfect. All right, so I'm going to have you reread this and try your best to fit that word desideratum in it, okay? And then when we come back next time, we'll work on the other paragraphs.
Okay.
All right? But that's all that we really have time for because I think your mom's picking you up soon, so. All right, well, thanks.